Hello, it's Elaine, the Black Cinderella, and I just want to talk to you guys today about nursing yourself back into health. Good health, that is, mental health. I'm speaking about in particular. Let me get my earpiece in so that you guys can hear me. Let me make sure I have it. Y'all know how women's purses turn into a treasure hunt. So I'm going to try to see if my fingers can turn into some eyes real quick. Oh, see? Did good? Don't pay attention to my nails. All right, so with that being said, see if I get a little action. Nursing yourself back into health. This is going to require a lot of isolation. And one thing I would say from a spiritual standpoint, God does this sometimes on his own. He will require you to separate yourself from a lot of people and things just to get you alone to consecrate yourself. And so in this is your opportunity to heal spiritually. And I've had a lot of opportunities to do this prior to being diagnosed and having my scare. But now it's like it's a form of recovery. So I've done it before to help myself. That's why I never knew that there was anything wrong with me, because I've had my highs and lows in life. But ultimately, with dealing with heavy weight in life, you're going to have to take moments to yourself with getting yourself back together. So for those of you who do have mental illness struggles or just getting yourself back into good spirits that could benefit from this video, it's going to take you to separate yourself. Codependent people such as myself, this means that you're going to have to get those happy chemicals in the brains going and compliment yourself every time you do something that you need to do. Simple things like, oh, today I paid my phone bill. Something that you normally do, but you may have done it on time today. It wasn't late. So reward yourself. Small rewards are really good. And for me, I can procrastinate with eating breakfast or running errands and doing things that I need to do. I found a lot of security in other people to help me pick myself up from things that I needed to do on my own. For the longest, I've worked at the age of 14, so I knew how to take care of myself. But when I would reach hard times, I've always had a safety net, whether it was unemployment, a family member, someone I was seeing, or just some type of assistance. And now, you have credit that could help you, and that's a little more self-sufficient. So me learning to just stand on my own 2 feet entirely, with not learning how to be alone, learning how to be fully independent financially, being fully independent with sustaining from sex, being fully independent with just anything that needs to be done, and for me to meet my needs, I can do it. So I can say, Elaine, yay, you got through that moment. Because when you seek outside validation from others and you depend on them for sex and money or attention and love, you get disappointed. And sometimes disappointment can affect you more more than others, depending on who disappoints you, or depending on what type of trauma is building up within you that you may not be aware of. So for me, it was a major scare, but it was an eye-opener, because I didn't know I was dealing with such a huge depth of disappointment to where I had mental scars. So love and despair can do some things to you. So sometimes the right people disappointing you, or so many people disappointing you all at the same time, and life disappointing you and you disappointing yourself, can make you do some crazy things. But restoration, this is about restoration. So keep pushing yourself, get your spiritual mind together, speak to your subconscious mind positive things, because everything you plant in your mind manifests. So stay away from negativity. Tell yourself, do not speak negativity, so that you're within yourself, it can already start to manifest that you're not going to start speaking negativity. Because sometimes we find comfort in saying things that are bad and wrong, whether it's about ourselves or other people or things. And so just getting yourself back into a healthier mindset, and then eventually you have to get from the spiritual and the emotional, to where, you may find somebody that you can find comfort in a positive atmosphere with others, or just alone. That's the most important thing. God wants you to He wants to have you alone first, and then maybe you can get close to someone else later. Who knows? It may not be time for you to get close to someone, or, you know, take your time or what have you. That's up to you, but you're definitely going to have to get yourself into physical, and this is where your diet is going to have to be important, and exercise. I have not reached the point of exercise as of yet because I like to work out when I'm at my better physical point. I like to be on the thicker side, and once I get my strength physically where it needs to be, after I'm strengthened internally, then I'll get back to the gym. But I'm kind of doing a little bit of working out. It definitely helps with depression, exercise, because you got to channel this energy. You got to get away from a lot of the bad energy, because sometimes the mind likes to go, the thoughts likes to go, and you guys to shake that. I don't know anyone that can work out that has a negative thought. You can't breathe and think negative when you're working out. So just stay active, but stay active with a positive mindset, and you can do it one day at a time.